Hi, good morning. Let's revise some English. You supposedly listened to the story of Abraham Lincoln several times. Now, let's answer some questions, my babies. I can hear you saying, we're not babies, but you'll always be my babies. The author. Who's the author? The author is the one who writes the story. In that case, her name was Dolores Marlone. Illustrator is the one who draws the pictures of the story, Stephen Costanza. Genre. Do you remember talking about all of this before in the story Tara and Thierry? Yeah. We talked about the author, illustrator, genres, different genres, main characters, and the setting. So the genre is the type of the story. Is it a fictional or non-fictional? Fictional means it's not realistic, it's not real. Non-fictional means it's real. It can happen. It doesn't talk about aliens and stuff. So like Superman is fictional, like that. Genre, it gives facts about real people, places. It's informational text. It gives facts about real people, places, and events that reflect history or the traditions of communities. Genre, you can just say history. So it's a historical story. It talks about a president long time ago. It's history, just history. Stick to that. Main character. What are we talking about? We're talking about Abraham Lincoln. Who is he? He was a president of the United States. Who are the other characters of the story? The teacher and Noah and Maya, who ripped the paper. But the main character is Abraham Lincoln. The setting. The setting is the place and the time where the story took place. So the teacher, Noah and Maya, they were in a classroom in the United States in present time. Now, Abraham Lincoln, the story of Abraham Lincoln took place in the 1800s. This is the time of Abraham Lincoln in the United States. So when 1800s, where in the United States? You can say 1800. Again, I've been through this many times, but you can say 1800, but it's common to say 1800. We have two zeros. If you have two zeros, then it's 100. You can say 1800, or you can say 1800. Both are correct. High frequency words. We did all of this before, so this is a revision. Certainly. You had dictation on these words. Certainly means surely, of course. Either one of two things. You have to choose between two things. Either this or that. Choose one. Great, very good or important. He was a great president. You're great students. I've missed you. Laugh. Giggling, laughing. Ha ha ha. When someone or something is funny. Second, the next after first. So we have one, two. One is first, two is second. Let me ask you something. Which floor are you on? Are you on the first floor, second floor, third floor? Like that. Worst, very bad. Worst is there's nothing worse than this. It's definitely like it is the worst of the worst. It's the bad of the bad. Like there's nothing else comes after that. You are like you are. It's short for you are. I even gave you a homework for that, I think. Not just for the contractions. Okay. Vocabulary. We did this in the last video. Noticed Okay, I didn't do this in the last video, this word, but yeah. Notice, looked at, or saw. Like in class, when I notice you guys talk, like side talks, so I notice, like I saw you, or uh, I looked at you talking, I saw you talking, I noticed you that you were talking, or you were not paying attention in class, like that. This is the first example I can come up with. Honest, telling the truth, not lying. Lawyer, someone who has studied law and helps people. Someone who defends people. Like I said in the last video, if there are if two people are disagreeing on something, they can get lawyers who can defend them and prove their point or take the right, like that. Okay. Fault, a cause for blame, like mistake. Tear, rip a paper, like that, like this. Cabin, log cabin, a small simple house made of wood, log cabin. Elect, to choose a person for a particular job by voting. So Abraham Lincoln was elected president. He was chosen to be president. People voted. Everyone said who he wanted, who he chose, and by most votings, most people said that elected him to be president. Slavery, buying a person to obey you completely. A person buying another person to own him. Civil war, a war between different groups of people living in the same country. They are divided into two groups, maybe even more, but now just like mostly two groups. President, the leader of the government. We've been through all of this. Opposites, either or both. They're opposite. Either, you have to choose only one. Either. You can eat a bar of chocolate or ice cream. You can only choose one. Both means you can have both of them, the bar of chocolate and the ice cream, both, two of them. Laugh. Ha 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 ha. Crying. Worst. And the best. We have that we have that competition, like who has the best handwriting, like the best, number one. The worst is just the worst, man. Those who I cannot read their handwriting. Now this is homework. We're gonna go through the questions. I'm gonna give you clues that can help you a little bit, but you're gonna have to tell me your answers yourselves. Number one, what is the genre of the story? What is the genre of the story? So we said, to answer the question, we say the genre is, can I write here? Yeah. Can you see that? Let me just, the genre of the story is, so you take all of that, the genre of the story, you put it first, and then you take is, the verb, and you put it after that. Crisscross. You should remember this. The genre of the story is what? You tell me. Was Abe hardworking or lazy? Crisscross. Abe was what? Choose one. Either or. Hardworking or lazy. Choose one. Abe was. Okay. Where did he work when he was 7 years old? Where did he work when he was 7 years old? We didn't take the past tense yet, but where did he work? So we're talking about the past, something that happened in the past, not in the present. The past tense of work is worked, ed. He worked, and so we don't use, we're not gonna write the did again, just he worked. Where did he work? He worked where? I don't know. You tell me. I know, but you tell me. What did he carry wherever he went? Hey guys, wait, number 3. He worked. You tell me the answer, and then after you read the answer, you complete this. When he was 7, when he was 7 years old. Full stop. If you want to, yani, it's complete answer. He worked, blah blah blah, when he was 7 years old. What did he carry wherever he went? He kept it in his pocket. He, so again, we're talking about the past tense. So he carried, the past tense of carry is carried. He carried, you tell me the answer. Again, wherever he went. Why did people think Abe was honest? You can write a complete answer and or a short answer. So I'm gonna tell you the complete answer. People, the past tense of think is thought. See, I'm helping you guys. Okay. Actually, I haven't taught you this before, but yeah. So people thought Abe was honest because of what? You answer. And then full stop. What did he become after studying hard and passing the test? What did he become after studying hard and passing the test? So become becomes became. Wow, become becomes became. That was funny. In the past, he became. What did he become? He became after studying hard and passing the test. Full stop. Okay. B. Circle the correct word to complete each sentence. Abe lived in a, when he was a boy. Abe lived in a villa, log cabin, or in a big apartment. Which one? His family moved to Egypt? Oh, France, Indiana. So Egypt is a country, France is a country, Indiana is a state. This is just a remark. One of his jobs, not job. One of his jobs was cutting papers, wood, or maps. Wood was used for cooking, cleaning, writing, and for heat. Circle the correct answer. Last part. Write whether the sentence is true or false on the line. True or false? Abraham ended slavery in his country. It's written in the end of the story. True or false? Abraham didn't like reading. It's like in the middle of the story, the first half of the story. Number 3, true or false? The genre of this story is fantasy. We're talking about aliens and stuff. Number 4, true or false? Abe walked many miles to give the woman her money. Write the answer on the line. Okay, this is what I'm concerned about. You have the weekend. So it's only page and one question. So it's like one question here and then a page. You have the whole weekend to answer it and go through the story as many as you can. That's it. You guys, if you have any questions, call me or text me. Okay? I love you, my babies. Take care. Bye.